Alrighty, chat. So it is basically the end of the year at this point in time. And I thought it would be fun to go over my 2024 goals that I had set for myself this year, see how I did, measure up against them, and go over everything, and then just talk about like the state of the channel and all that stuff. And then I want to set some goals for 2025. So let's go over that. We're going to do a little bit of react content to my old video that did not do well at all. So you guys probably don't even remember this. I only got 138 views on this video, but this was my goals for 2024. We're going to react a little bit to it. I'm just going to pull up what my goal was. Then we'll talk about how I did in my eyes compared to that goal. And then, like I said, at the end of the video, we will go over my goals for 2025 and talk about why I'm setting the goal where I am. So let's get into it. For my first goal for 2024 is I want to get fully monetized on Raspberry Jam. So the channel used to be called Raspberry Jam, and my first goal of the year was to get fully monetized. We definitely crushed that. That was a very easy goal to get. And I actually show the numbers that I needed to get to. We needed 20 more subs and 1,400 watch hours. I believe I ended up getting monetized at the end of February, if I remember correctly. So here's my graph for what I made this year. And I ended up getting monetized. This is the first like big spike. And then after that, you can see like there's stuff that makes like pennies and stuff like that. I have not made it big by any means, but I did get the channel monetized. And we did some cool stuff with that monetization. We did a lot of cool stuff with that monetization. Namely, we did the Brawl Against Cancer event that I did for the entire month of October, where we raised I did this event right here. So all these videos and all the money these videos generated ended up getting donated to cancer research. And I ended up raising, I think it was $750 for cancer support. And I think that was really cool. Plus I did a couple other giveaways and stuff like that. So I mean, that was all net benefits for getting the channel monetized, which is what I wanted to do. Like I said in that video, I knew I was never going to be able to like fully support myself on a YouTube income. I just wanted to do cool shit. I wanted to donate some Brawl passes. I wanted to be able to support the skin videos. And I knew in the back of my head, I kind of wanted to donate to some kind of charity at some point in the year. And that's what we did. All right, next goal. It might sound, and I just want to upload and stream more. Now, so the reason why my second goal was to upload videos and stream more. Anyway, I set that goal because I had this real big problem in 2023 where I wasn't being consistent with uploading. I would take these long 2-3 week spans where I just wasn't streaming or uploading or anything like that. And I did a really good job with that. I glanced earlier. From the time I uploaded that video, I believe it's about 60 videos that we did, which is a little bit more than one a week. So we started here and then 4, you know what I mean? Like it's a decent amount of videos for the year. But on top of that, we also got like damn near 60 streams in, which I didn't even realize I actually streamed quite that much. But we got a lot of streams in because if you look, streams from 11 months ago, go way the hell down here. Who remembers this meltdown of a stream? But this is where that stream, this is where the original video was. Then we had a meltdown stream, which is funny as hell. All in all, it was about 120 streams and videos, which is amazing. Like, it's really good. Monetized, we got that done. That's a W. And then streaming and uploading more, that was a W. I'll give myself a pass on that. 2 for 2 on the first 2 goals. Pretty good, right? I do falter a little bit, though. I did not hit all my goals. All right, the next thing that I want to try to do again this year is try to bring... All right, so here's our first giant, fat, big ol' L for the year. Podcast. I used to do a podcast on the other channel, Jam's Gaming Station. I tried to bring it over here onto Raspberry Jam, and unfortunately... I have not been successful in reviving that series. I can't even find the playlist. So these 3 were uploaded a while ago. And then this is the only one I managed to do last year, with the one with Michael. So unfortunately, I have to give myself a giant L for this. While the Michael one was fun, I was never successful at finding more people to do podcasts with and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, it's a me thing. Like, I have a hard time reaching out and asking people for collabs to do, especially on it's something like, do you want to yap for an hour about an update? Like, that's not something that a lot of people are keen to do, at least in my opinion. So I think that's why this series I've not been able to upkeep with this stuff. So I think in general, I don't know if I ever want to revive this stuff again. I also don't even know if there's a want for the content in general, because I already do my W's and L's videos during like updates cycles. A lot of these are framed around like updates and stuff like that, and I think it's a big problem for the format of it, because if I'm already doing my update coverage, there's no reason for me to do an hour-long podcast just for me to reiterate my argument about this type of stuff and talk about it. The only benefit this has is having another creator come on and you get to hear their side of the point of view, which is good, but also it's like, if I'm doing my stuff, I'm only adding half of the conversation to it. So I don't know if I'm ever going to redo these and kick this back up. And while it was a lofty goal and it shouldn't have been as hard as it was, I failed at it. So big L on my part. Probably not going to try it again. So the next one, what was the next goal? It's definitely like I'm going to have to be consistent about stuff. So I want to get to 50K trophies for my account. You can't really see this right now. Trophies. Or hit Mythic 2 or Mythic 1 in Power League. So there's two caveats to this. I technically did this, all right? I technically did both of these. The 50K trophies, they reworked trophies, so now it's very easy to push trophies nowadays. So it is kind of like a Disneyland W here. And then the other one was Mythic 1 in Power League. But they ended up reworking Power League into Ranked. And Mythic 1 is not as hard as Mythic 1 in Ranked is not as hard as Mythic 1 in Power League was. I technically passed this because I did get over 50K trophies and I did get over Mythic 1 in Power League, or I'm sorry, in Ranked, but it's much easier to do these things now. So I'm like, it's a W, but it's a small W. Not a big W, small W. So far, I'm like 2.5 out of 4. M1 is legendary in Ranked. Why do you guys gotta shit on my hopes and dreams? All right, so are we not giving me credit for this accomplishment then? No, Rod. You shit on us, we shit on you. I mean, it's a different system, I don't know. Chat, you're not being very supportive. You're being hurtful right now, chat. I feel like you guys are being a little bit rude, all right? I gave myself half a point, all right? At least I got to 50K trophies. All right, it's an L. All right, chat, you've convinced me. I suck at the video game, and I will not give myself credit for pushing this year. Congratulations, chat. You bullied a 30-year-old man on the internet. W's in chat. W's for the chat, not for Jam. Jam gets a big fat L for this. Good job, guys. Good job. The next goal was to achieve 2 masteries throughout the course of the year. And the first one was supposed to be Pearl. I never even finished Pearl's mastery. I don't know why, truthfully. I don't know why I never finished Pearl's mastery. I think it was because, and I'm going to be totally honest, I don't love playing Pearl. She's okay. She's not a bad brawler. I think I want to do her mastery just because I want the title of Let Me Cook rather than actually enjoying playing Pearl. Like, if it's a brawler that I actually enjoyed playing more, I would have finished it a long time ago. She's just a brawler. Like, her best mode is Knockout, and I don't really enjoy playing Knockout, and then she's really not good in Brawl Ball, which is my main mode that I play in. So, like, in general, she's just there. She's a brawler that exists, and I just want the title more than anything. And then I never picked up any other mastery because it was always like, I can't do that mastery until I do Pearl's mastery. I said I was going to do Pearl's first. What am I doing? Yeah, that's why I took an L there. So, yeah, that's a quick, easy L right there. I got 0 masteries done. So far, we're 2 for 5, which feels kind of bad. Not a good year for me, huh? My last goal for the year. Collab more. I did a good handful of collabs with a couple people last year. My last goal for the year was to do more collabs. I'm not 100% sure how I did on this. I'll be straight up with you guys. Like, there were some things I did. For example, the Michael podcast, that comes to mind. And the Hot One stream with Muyo, that comes to mind. So, like, I wasn't, like, totally void of doing collabs. But there were a lot of collabs I turned down because they just didn't fit my style, or I wasn't busy and I wasn't able to do the stuff. And this is a me thing. Again, like I said earlier, I have a problem reaching out to other people to ask for help or to see if they want to do things. And I recognize how good collabs can be for people as a creator, but it's just last year it was, again, I just don't know a lot of people in the space anymore. Like, a lot of the people that I knew when I was like a new YouTuber and I was coming up and was talking to everybody about stuff, they don't do this stuff anymore. I have to meet a whole new group of people to get back into doing like collabs and stuff. And I just didn't do it this year. Like, I mean, if the best I can think of is 2 collabs on my channel, and as far as I know, I didn't really help out too much on like Muyo's channel or anything this year. then I have to give myself an L here, and that kind of sucks. So originally, when I went over this list earlier on my own, I gave myself a W for monetization. I gave myself a W for uploads and streams. Those are really good, awesome stuff. Podcast, obviously gave myself an L for that. I gave myself a W for this, but you guys are giving me an L, so we'll stick with an L. So L, 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 L. So we only did 2 out of 5, or 2 out of 6. That would be a terrible year, but I think we did some cool shit. I think that we kind of killed it this year in general. Like I said, we uploaded a lot. We had the biggest year I've ever seen in YouTube growth. When I started the year, I had 980 subs, and we are sitting, let me zoom in on this a little bit. We're sitting at 2116 right now. So a little over 2100 right now. That's my biggest year ever on YouTube. We got monetized. We raised $700 for charity. That was crazy. I was floored by that. It's probably one of my proudest moments in YouTube that I've done. We had a couple videos hit 10K. The Miko video's at 17K right now. We brought back a Brawl News thing. This one got 16K. My Brawl Newses do pretty well for the most part. We even had a stream do really well. We had a stream that did really good in post. My Infinite Craft stream did really good after the stream was over. This one got to 6,000 views, which I think is kind of wild, even though, and I didn't even finish it. I never even finished making Brawl Stars in Infinite Craft, like not on stream anyway. So in general, I mean, I think it was a solid year for me. Even though I didn't hit my goals, I think that we still did enough cool stuff to justify saying that I passed. So what's next? What are we thinking for the year? I think that's what I want to do next. I think I want to go over my next year's goals and take some time to just spitball some ideas, set some goals, and see how we do there. So let's talk about that now. So what do we want to get done for 2025? So I jotted down a couple of things that I have in mind, and I think that it's doable. I think these ones are doable. They're going to be a little bit more lofty than what I did last year. So first up, I want to get to, I really don't know if this is doable. I don't know if I have it in me to be this kind of guy, but I think it would be pretty cool to get there. 10K subs on YouTube is a wild thought, and I don't know if I truly have it in me to be there, because like I look at the content that other people make and I wonder if my content stands up to theirs in that regard. But I had a couple videos do pretty well this year. The skin review videos pop off almost every time I do them. I think we can get close. So 10K subs on YouTube sounds crazy, and it's big and lofty, and it's a long way to go, but I don't want to not try for it. I think that's where we're going to stick it. I mean, originally I thought about changing this to 5K, but 10K is a better number. Bigger number, better person, you know? So we'll go for 10K. And if we don't get there, if we end at 8 or something like that, I'll still give myself a W at the end of the year. 8K would be a 6,000K growth, or 6,000 sub growth, and it would still be an insane year for me. So I'll take it. We'll go with 10K, all right? Next up, game. Why does it not keep? Whatever. Game play videos. So this is something that I know should be like common sense for me as a YouTuber to be uploading, but I'll be honest with you guys. I thought because I'm kind of iffy at the game that no one was really interested in me in me doing these types of videos here. But I did upload one gameplay video this year, and it actually did fairly well. Of course, it didn't do like banana numbers or anything like that, right? Like it was just okay, but it's right here. But I got 1.6K views on my Terra pushing video, and I feel like that's a good sign to do that. I mean, if you look, it's competitive with my other videos. I have a whole set of goals where I can just push brawlers to 1K, plus push new brawlers and stuff like that. So I think gameplay videos can be on the docket for the year, and I think I can find more success. I can find some success with that. And I think people are more likely to sub from gameplay videos rather than me yapping. And when they find the streams and stuff like that, then they'll end up subbing and stuff like that. So like, I think it can feed into the loop, you know? What do we got next? Okay. So I said this earlier. One of the coolest things I did all last year was the Brawl Against Cancer charity event. Now, there are things I want to do better, and I want to do it in a little quicker fashion and get things a little bit more hype. So I would like to do another charity event or stream. So the thing that I didn't like about the Brawl Against Charity or Brawl Against Cancer charity event, not that I didn't like it at all. Obviously, we did great and we fucking killed it. And it's my favorite thing that we did all year by a long shot. The only thing I didn't like about it is that it kind of, between the big moments of it, like the announcement of it and the Hot Ones stream and the drunk stream, between those big moments, it kind of just felt like business as usual. And I kind of regret not just doing it all in one go, like one big stream or something like that. Or like multiple streams, maybe. Maybe it's like on Fridays we do the stream, and then every time we do that stream, that money gets raised. So I think in general, I want to do it in a different way. And I don't know if we'll do it for cancer or if we do it for like No Kid Left Hungry or some other charity like that. But in general, I want to do this again because it's a good thing to do. It generated a lot of fun for the community. We had a good time with it, and it's like, it's a selfless thing to do that I enjoyed. So I want to do this again, maybe multiple times, maybe just once. But yeah, I want to run this back and see if we can do it bigger and better. Next up, and you guys are going to laugh at me for this one, all right? All right, so I failed miserably last year at the collab thing. And I failed so bad at that I want to run it back and do it right this time. So I'm gonna do what I can to actually look for YouTubers that I actually enjoy their personalities and see if they want to do any types of collabs, right? Collab with Pyro Ace Gamer. Hot Ones was good though. It was, but I mean, if Hot Ones and the Michael collab are the only thing I did last year, that was an L, and I want to run it back this time. So again, there were things that I could have done last year that I said no to. I got invited to like 2 or 3 different tournaments that I said no to. I got invited to do an Aerox. I got invited to do an Aerox video through Muyo, and that didn't work out. The schedule just didn't work out. I think for the time being, I want to be a bit of a Yes Man. If you've never seen Yes Man with Jim Carrey in it, it's basically a movie where he gets cursed to, he has to say yes to everything. And I want to try to be like that. So if you're watching this and you're a YouTuber and you want to collab, let me know. I will do whatever we can. It doesn't necessarily need to go on my channel. It can go on your channel. But collabs are good. They build your audience. They build relationships with other YouTubers. And in general, they can just be a lot of fun. And I want to do it right this year. I want to run it back because I did so bad at it last year. I want to make sure we get it done good this year. And we're going to run this back. Collabs are on the table this year. All right, and this is the weird one, but I feel like this is kind of important. And it's kind of ironic because I just had somebody reach out to me about this last week and I denied them. And maybe I reach out to them again at a later date and see if they want to like reconsider, or if we can renegotiate or something. But so my thumbnail game is ass. Straight up, my thumbnails are terrible. Absolutely terrible. And that's one of the most important things about YouTube videos is having good thumbnails to make them clickable and findable and stuff like that. And I should, a long time ago, have hired a thumbnail maker. The big issue with this, though, is that the channel itself doesn't generate a lot of money to justify making a thumbnail or getting a thumbnail maker for. I've said it in the past. It remains true. I generate maybe $50 a month on the channel, and YouTube only pays you out in $100 increments. So I only get paid out $100 every other month from YouTube. And at that rate, it's not really feasible to hire a thumbnail maker because I have to come out of my own pocket and then I'm reimbursing myself while still owing money to the thumbnail maker. And I don't think it's like viable right now. What I really mean by this goal is I want the channel to do so well that it becomes viable to hire a thumbnail maker. And I say thumbnail person because I feel like my editing's fine. Like I feel like my editing doesn't need a major upgrade. Yes, it's not the best editing in the world. I'm not making like Wolfie VGC type videos, but I'm doing a decent enough job where people like my video retention's there. And I feel like I can handle the video making. The thumbnails is what I'm really bad at. And I feel like this would be the big channel upgrade that I could really use to help me get to 10K subs. So I think the goal is to, once the channel is actually like getting close to monthly payouts, I can come out of pocket a little bit to pay a thumbnail maker. and then feed into the 10K subs, which will then again feed into more channel revenue, which I can use to pay for more thumbnails and stuff like that. So this is what I really mean by this. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna hire a guy to make thumbnails. It's more of growing the channel to make it viable to hire a thumbnail person. Do you have any Brawl Stars goals? No, like I said, I don't feel like Brawl Stars goals are necessary. So the reason why I don't have Brawl Stars goals, let me reiterate this in a more clear and elegant way. The reason why I don't have any Brawl Stars goals is because I feel like everything in Brawl Stars is catered towards casual people. And like pushing trophies is not really hard anymore. And I will naturally be pushing trophies anyway from the gameplay videos, pushing brawlers to 1K, pushing new brawlers to 500, 600, 800 to talk about them and stuff like that. So naturally I'll be pushing trophies. And then on top of that, like we know where we're going to get in ranked for the most part. Maybe eventually we go for like a high rank or something like that, go for masters. But in general, I'm just pushing to mythic and ranked, and it's not really like a serious thing. And plus, pushing and getting serious about the game stresses me out, and I don't think I ever really want to do that often. So in general, I'm just not going to do Brawl Star goals. But in the meantime, that's going to be my goals right now, is just 10K subs on YouTube. Make sure I'm uploading gameplay videos. I want to do another charity event because I think that's really cool. I want to make sure I'm doing collabs more and possibly hire a thumbnail maker. So that's the goals for this year. All right, so that is my 2025 goals for YouTube at least. In the meantime, let me know what you guys thought about them down in the comments. Let me know if you guys think I can hit 10K on YouTube. I think that's the hardest one. I don't know if I'm actually going to get that. But like I said, if I get close, I'll give myself a W on that at the end of the year. Everything else should be doable. Especially, I think the other really weird one is the hire a thumbnail maker, because that's like something intuitively that should happen. But in general, I think it's just like I don't have one. So I think putting it on a list is a good idea. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got a little relaxed. Don't laugh at me too much about my failure of a year last year, even though we did some cool shit. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.